There he goes. Nope. Come here, little guy. Yes, we now have ourselves a diamond bee. Heck yeah. Welcome, friends. I'm Clobberstump, and this is All the Mods 10. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm having a wonderful day, and check it out. We are cranking through. I actually had to turn it off. Why did I have to turn it off? Well, I filled it up. So, very cool. But we did get ourselves a whole bunch of ancient debris and all of these wonderful things. So, I am going to have to figure out storage solution very soon. But since that's all good, I now have a nice abundance of materials and things like that. And let's go into our base. I've been making some progress. Not a lot, but so I made this setup. And what is it? So we have the latex processing unit. I have all of our fluid extractors. If I put a guy in there, it's going to take all the fluid. Some of it's going to go in here, pretty much only from this one, but all the other ones are going to feed into this dissolution chamber so that we can make simple machine frames. And you can make a simple machine frame by making plastic sheets, pity machine frame, some liquid latex, some nether bricks, a gold gear, and these aren't really that hard to make. They're pretty simple, doesn't require a whole lot. And then we can make ourselves the advanced machine frame, which I have on this dissolution chamber over here. We've got pink slime. I've got a thing of pink slime here. I slaughtered tons and tons of mobs. I'm not really going to be using it much more because I just needed enough to make the thing that I want to make. Now you can make the advanced machine frame by using some nether scraps, which is good that we got that ancient debris, a diamond gear, which is pretty easy, and 2 simple machine frames with some plastic and gold. It's not too complicated. I made this it's crude, I know. It's very crude. It's not automated, but this is all temporary. It's just for a matter of getting all of the devices that we need to make ourselves the next step. So if we go in here, go to Industrial Foregoing, we made ourselves a simple machine frame. Great. That's awesome. We made ourselves an advanced machine frame, and now we can make a laser drill. We need to make a laser drill. Oh, I didn't make enough for the fluid laser base. That's okay. We can make these first 4, which is really what we want to do. Okay, so if we go in here and we place all of our items in there, we can put that stuff away. And compass, I didn't want to put my compass away. That's an important piece that we want to hang on to. We can put these away. I don't think we need anymore. And we can make ourselves an ore laser base. All right. And then we can make ourselves, oh, we don't want the dissolution chamber, laser drills. And we need to make 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, very good. And we need to make ourselves one thing I did not do. Apologies for the notification. We need to make ourselves one of those. So we can make some of these. And let's do this and do A. And we should be okay here. All right, sorry about that. I clicked on the wrong thing and I didn't realize if I was recording or not, so I had to check. Okay, and so if we go into here and click on this, we can click on 2 gears. 1, 2. Oh, we need another advanced machine frame. Okay, so let's go into our advanced machine frame. We need nether scrap. We need another. Oh no, I'm gonna have to. Is this filled up yet? It is. Okay, so I can actually show you this. Cool. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Clobberstump, and I'm happy to announce I have a new community Discord. I also have Patreon reward system as well. So if you take a look at the links in the description or in the card that comes up in the upper right hand corner, you can either join my membership or join my Patreon for rewards. I have opened a brand new survival server, Clobberstomp Colony SMP, and I'd love to play with you guys. So if that's something that you're interested in and you want to hang out with me, I'd love to see your builds and see what you guys can come up with. Also, you could have a chance to be featured in a video. If that sounds like something you'd really like to check out, go ahead and take a look at those links, and I'd like to see you guys there. Take care, and on to the video. Bro. Okay. Peace out. I had some leads in my inventory, so I don't know how that happened. Okay, so we can make ourselves one of these and one of these, and we'll get 2 plastic and 2 iron, and then 2 nether bricks, and this will make ourselves a simple machine frame. We'll let that finish up here. And then we're going to take this and put it over in the other dissolution chamber. It takes a little bit. I don't have this. I'm sure there's upgrades and whatnot. And then we can put this in here and our diamond gear. We can take these guys, put our 2 plastic and our 2 gold. And now we have made ourselves another advanced machine frame, because then we can make the advanced fluid base. Now I don't know, the last time I did this I did not actually do fluid base, so this would be new to me. Okay, so we've got that. We can put that in there, and let's make our fluid base. And I think we have everything we need. Just one more diamond gear, I guess. Okay, and we're covered. And now we've made them all. Great. Let's get our achievement. Boom. Okay. Now, how do we set this up? Let's put that away, and we're not gonna use the fluid base. We're just going to use the ore drills. So I think, you know what? We're gonna start from here. Laser drill. Now, did I face this the wrong way? I did. So I actually need to face it this way. And then, no. Maybe I did this wrong. Okay, we need the laser base to point that way. Okay, there we go. And I think these just have to go 1 apart. Maybe they have to be more, but I cannot remember. Okay. That seems to be working. Now, does it actually need, I believe it needs power. So I think as long as we do this, this should work, I believe. So let's get that out of there. And we just need some cables. And I don't know if we need to set up the pump or not. No. Is this working? It is working. Now there are ways to get upgrades, so we could look at upgrades as well. But before we do that, let's get ourselves a barrel. I have a chest, but not a barrel. Oh, I do have a barrel. There we go. A barrel. And we will do a void. I don't think we'll need the void. We'll get an advanced compact and an advanced stacking. Oh, you know what I just realized? I can put, I believe, so this should work. And now that we're actually doing its progress, does this actually go in there? No. This should work. 91 should go in here and then just go up into the barrel. It did not. How do we... Maybe I have to do an item pipe. Shoot. Let's make those. And we need to make some droppers. Let's make 16 of these. I don't know how many it makes. We've got plenty of resources at this point. This should be able to make a stack at least. Okay. So we should be able to do this. And if we put the barrel on top, We're going to put the barrel on top before we actually do this, before we turn it on. Okay, and then put those in. I had an idea. There we go. We're now getting ores. Okay, very cool. So now, before we do what I want to do, let's go to the mining dimension, and I can show you, I believe, I can fix this and turn it back on again. So we have one more slot. Oh, B. There we go. And we can compact again. Ha! There we go. And we could probably now get rid of the compacting and do it actually again if we wanted. So if we look at this, none of this really, we could always compact it later. You know what? This is fine. Let's turn this back on and let it do its thing. Cool. All right. That's working again. Totally didn't even realize those stacked, which is great. So now I guess the next thing is, how do we get this to go faster? Because we've got 3 coal now, which is great. And I think we need, is it only giving us coal? It says it goes to depth 71. What if I go to negative 60? Oh, we have to put different laser lenses in. Okay, I went a little bit crazy. Apparently this ore base does not need power. As you can see, it's just getting its information from these dudes. And you can place these, you can place 9 of them or 12 of them around. So those have to be powered. So I just ran a cable around. Also, I went and did the add-ons, tier 2 add-ons and tier 1 add-ons, which require you to make, let's do, I'll show you. So in order to make a number 2 efficiency, you need to go into dissolution chamber and then use this as well. So you can get a tier 1 and then a tier 2, and it's the same for the other one as well. So if we do speed, you need a tier 1 and then make a tier 2. They're really not too hard to make. So I added 1 to each one, and then the base also has this. The other thing is I've set this to ore depth 15, which is the old school area. And I'm getting all of the things, it looks like. So I'm getting every single thing. Now, there are some different ways to deal with. Let's say we wanted to focus in on more diamonds. Now we've got diamond ore. We've got 4 so far since this has been running, which is great. But if, let's say we wanted to focus in on diamonds, we would come to maybe the, not cyan, the light blue. And we would click on uses, which is the U key. Click on laser drill. And if we wanted to focus this, we could focus this and put a laser here. Which is a blue laser lens, which will help us get more raw platinum and more diamond ore. So this will give you any whitelisted biome, and then if there's a blacklisted, you can't do this in the end. And any of these other ones will also be of use to you as well. So if we want to get ether gas, we can do this in any biome. None are blacklisted, and we could do that with, that's for the fluids. Now if we wanted to do this, we could get more obsidian, raw lead, and some silver. So whatever you wanted to do, let's say we wanted to, what's under the black one, we could get more coal and more tungsten. So you can use lenses to kind of focus and help you get more items that you might want. So if you want iridium or quartz, you can put your lenses in there. Now, I'm not putting any lenses in there. I'm just letting it do its normal thing and give us whatever the normal amount is. Eventually, I could do that. So it's not hard to make the lenses. So if we click on, let's say, light gray, and we click on that, it's just 4 pieces of stained glass or just regular panes with light gray, and you can make a gray lens. It's not too hard, and I think I have a lens. thought I had a lens. I made the purple one. There it is. I typed it in wrong. And so if we go to lens and we look at the purple, so we click U and we could get ether, and this will give us more crying obsidian or obsidian. It will also give us more lead and raw azure silver. So if we were to put that in there, now the difference is we would need to update our max and min levels. So if we were to put this in here like this, we would have to put this up to 30, and then it would start bringing in more silver. Now I don't know how long that takes. It's a percentage. I don't know exactly what all that is in the back end, but I don't think we want to do that because we want to try to get more diamonds and things that go further down. So I don't know if this accepts negative values or not. That's something that's kind of new to me. So I think we're going to go back down to 15 and we'll let that do its thing. So maybe it will help us get more of the tungsten and lead, and maybe we'll see some crying obsidian here, but we'll leave it in there for now. Okay. So I did a little bit more. I added some more of these laser drills, and I was going to do the fluid base, and it works. Look at, great. This side is not working because I could not figure out how to place these down to have them face the right way. Perhaps there is some sort of wrench that we can use, but I could not find the right one. I don't know which one of these actually, none of these go with Industrial Foregoing, so I don't know exactly which one. And if I go into the, I was exploring for other things, I don't see a wrench on this page anywhere to be able to, you know, make changes to the block when you place it down. So if you place the block, it faces it that way. Well, since I have these other blocks here, you can't place them next to each other. So that might just be a design flaw. Not quite sure. But yeah, the only way to get fluid is apparently you can only get yourself lava or ether. So if we click on this, oh, no, it doesn't work. But I think it's ether. But let's go here, add industrial. And I don't remember, sorry for the notifications. I forgot to turn those off. So it's going to keep dinging while I'm recording this spot. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's ether. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, there it is, ether. Nope. What? That's not fermented ore? Nope, that's not what we're looking at. Okay, so it actually makes an ether gas bucket. Now, in order to make an ether gas, we need to use a purple lens, which we have, but I put a purple lens in here and it wasn't working. But I believe this over wither means you actually have to have a wither nearby. So I didn't do that. And the other one is to have lava. And however, so if we go back, lava, and we click on this, and we click on the laser drill, the fluid laser drill, we can do this, but the biome has to be in the nether. So you have to build this in the nether. So fluid in here really is not going to fly. So that's why I broke this down. I don't want to keep wasting all of our product here or our energy. So this might get torn down and I might put it into the actual nether. So we'll put that away. I think the other thing that I want to take a look at is, let's see if we can make ourselves a diamond bee today. And I believe if we go diamond, I see the fluttering bee. There we go. We need to get to the diamond bee. We need an ender bee and we need a lapis bee. Now I have an ender bee and I believe it's in my list here. leaf cutter. There's my ender bee. Let's get ourselves a lead. 2 leads we're going to need, and we're going to grab a few more of those so we can pick them up. We're going to go here, get you, and you're going to stay right there. So now we can get our lapis bee. Take all of our stuff out of there, and this is going to be challenging. Okay, so we're going to break this, but now I have to kind of wait until they decide they want to pop out. What time is it? Okay, it's noon. They should come out at some point, and we will gather them up with our bee cage. Poo poo. And one thing I did not grab was glass, so we can fix that again. Let's make sure we have our glass. Okay. Just in case we don't want to lose our bees. They like to fly away, so we have to be careful. That guy went back in there. We want to keep the iron bee in there, but we want to get rid of the allergy bee. And these look like they're all filled up, so I definitely have some work to do. What? You want to go? I don't know where that guy went. I heard a zoop. Whatever that means. Okay, so we've got... I do have to empty these. So let's see if we can get this going. All right. Nope. Come here, lapis guy. Yep. And we'll lap you there. Okay, so we've got the lapis bee. So let's put the lapis bee here. Okay. Oh, he makes the noise. It's actually the ender bee that makes the noise. That's cool. Okay, lapis bee. So we're going to do this and then pick you up. Come here. And we're going to put you there. And now if we go to the diamond bee, what does it need? It just needs flowers. So let's grab some flowers. All right. We don't really have a lot of flowers. I wonder if this flower will work. Will this flower work? Yes. There he goes. Nope. Come here, little guy. Yes. We now have ourselves a diamond bee. Heck yeah. So now what we can do is we can place, we're going to break that. You can fly away. And now I have to wait till nighttime. All right, the sun has set, so we're going to place this guy in here. He should pop in. And the Ferrocore bee, there we go. And we should be able to go like this and place him in there. We're going to pop that guy open. And we can take our diamond bee and place him in there. And we should have a diamond bee in there. Yes, we do. Oh, that's great. We now have diamonds. Now we just have to wait for them to cycle through and make some combs. And we'll see how it goes once we have some diamond combs. We now have the ability to make diamonds and iron. Oh man, this is great. Okay, I moved my 1 productivity alpha upgrade over here, and now I have 6 diamond combs and 4 iron, which is great. I am also making lapis and some of that other stuff. This stuff just is going so fast. Bees can really produce, and I am not even upgraded yet. So let's put our combs in there and let's see, do we get ourselves some diamonds? While we're waiting for that, I want to take a look. I have moved and changed some trees. I have definitely made a lot of progress when it comes to the bees and trees. I kind of do it in between episodes and moving forward in things, which is really nice. We've got ourselves some iron. And if we go to the trees, I am all the way up here. Look at this. I've just been moving so far along. I'm still kind of branching out, but all of these I figured out. Let's click on this guy, and we click on him. We have to actually get the pollen to make that guy. There's a 1% chance, a black ember sapling. Okay, that's going to be fun. What about the soul tree? 1%. Finding these things is going to be difficult. I think some of these require you to actually find them, like this one. Yeah, so you have to go brushing Cold Ocean Ruin, and you have a chance to get this tree. Now you can get all these other things too, but we could get an amber beast egg. So we should probably go find a cold ocean ruin to start moving on some of those. But anyways, I started moving some things around. I've got a beach, sweet gum, loblolly, and let's get our pollinated leaves and see what kind of things we can make here. So got that guy. Oh, I didn't need to break the rubber tree one, so that was a mistake. Pollinated leaves. Our bees have been working very hard. No, we don't want to do that one. And sorry, buddy. Did we make anything new? No. Sequoia, we have all those. These are probably new. Lawson, nope, we have those ones too. Rubber trees, none of those are pollinated. Oh, we've got some here. Loblolly, so I actually have all of these. I might have to be a little bit more deliberate with what I have going on. Sequoia, none of the sequoias have been pollinated yet. None of the Lawson have been. And none of the beech have been. So I might have to swap out some of these trees. What about these ones out here? Ash, nope. Red Delicious, nope. So I might have to chop a bunch of these down and get some more trees going, but let's take a look. We got 2 diamonds out of 6 combs. We now have the ability to get ourselves diamonds. That is awesome. Yeah, I've made a lot of progress, so I'm excited for this. Oh, and we've already got another 9 just in a small, short period of time. I was looking at those, centrifuging those, and then we got more. So diamonds are now a thing. Cool. All right, friends, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We are moving forward. Eventually, I'm going to tear this all down and put up the next ones. Let's take a look. What should we be working on next? What about the coconut sapling? We need a Brazil nut and a balsa tree. So we should probably get a Brazil nut. I'll show you guys how we kind of do this before we actually get going. Brazil. So we've got a Brazil tree. Yep. And then a balsa. And a balsa. Okay. And we actually have some balsa saplings, which is good. So we're actually going to chop down this guy. And we will chop down the sequoia. Let's get our shears. All right, we're going to take all those back. We might need those later, so we're going to leave those there. We're going to put... That's a rubber tree sapling. We don't want that one. We want a balsa. And I don't think... Did I miss something? A Brazil nut. I don't think I have a... Okay, I'm looking at this wrong. I don't think I have a Brazil nut tree. So we should get a cocoa and a beech. So there's beech, and we'll put a cacao. We'll put the cypress away, put the sequoia leaves away. We'll keep the balsa here, and let's get the, I've already forgotten what it was. The beech cacao, that's it. CAC. All right, let's get our cacao tree, and we actually, those are acacia leaves. So what I do is I place these here, and I get some bone meal. I make them grow up and become big. There we go. And then I take their respective leaves, since I have balsa leaves, I put them here so the bees will come pollinate. And then actually, since I don't have any of these leaves, we shear them. Okay. And I've got myself 7, and we'll put them here. So now, hopefully, now that there's a cacao and a beech next to each other, they will pollinate, and we will most likely get ourselves a Brazil nut tree. And then once we get a Brazil nut tree, you can put that down and mix it with the balsa tree, and then we should be able to get ourselves the next tree, which is the coconut sapling. So we're going to keep working on that stuff. That's kind of how you do it. And we just have to wait for the bees to do their thing. So it's a little bit patient. It's a little bit tedious, but I kind of like this sort of thing. So, all right, friends, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We've made some serious progress. Oh, one last thing. Before we do that, let's go take a look now that our mine has been running for a little bit. Let's see how well it's doing. What do we have here? Oh, look at all that. And it's actually consolidating down, or condensing, compacting rather, into these raw blocks of iron and gold and copper and stuff. So yeah, we got lots of good stuff. So this is really great. We've got 39 diamonds. Now if we fortune that, we got a whole bunch more. So things are going super well. I am so excited. I hope you guys are too. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to join the Discord, and please check out my Patreon, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Take care.